Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafiza Raja, bearing roll number BP1650075, morning student, belonging to group 35. My topic is drug dosing in renal failure, and the subtopic is on which my case study depends on is hemodialysis. Renal failure. Renal failure is actually the condition at which the kidney is unable to perform its regular physiological functions, and that is the cleaning and filtration of blood to remove the excess of waste product that is built in our body. There are actually five stages of kidney failure. When the GFR level is above 90, the kidney is performing regular functions, regular tasks. However, if the kidney's GFR level, that is glomerular filtration rate, if it is between 60 to 89 ml per minute, it is referred to as stage 2, a mild or decrease in the kidney function. Stage 3, in which the GFR is 30 to 59, a moderate decline in kidney function. Stage 4 is 15 to 29 GFR level, a severe decline, and whereas if the GFR level drops down to below 15 degree, it is below 15, it is referred to as kidney failure or renal disease. Hemodialysis. It is actually a mechanical or medical procedure by which a machine is actually incorporated or is used to perform the regular task that is performed by the kidney. A medical procedure to remove the fluid and waste products from the blood and to correct electrolyte imbalance is the major function or actually the definition of hemodialysis. This is accomplished using a machine and a dialyzer, also referred to as an artificial kidney. Since it performs the complete task or physiological functions of the kidney, it is also called as artificial kidney. It is used to treat both acute and chronic kidney failure. The picture that you guys can see is showing the blood is withdrawn. The blue arrows is showing the blood is withdrawn from the patient's body, and it passes through a dialyzer which contains a dialysis fluid, or later on it then after getting it cleaned and filtered, the clean and filtered blood then returned back to the body through which is shown by red arrows. Sign and symptoms of acute and chronic kidney failure: there would be shortness of breath because of not complete blood circulation, with itching and pruritus, fatigue, that is the letharginess, the patient is not doing well, weight loss because of the loss of the appetite, and edema, which is referred to as the swollen ankle or the legs because of the accumulation or the retention of fluid in the body, because the kidney is unable to excrete it. Uremic symptoms include nausea and pruritus, whereas chronic kidney disease, that is CKD stage 5, in which the GFR, as I discussed earlier, in which the GFR level drops down to below 50. Causes of kidney failure: there could be multiple causes. However, the major are discussed here. If a person has met any physical injury, or there could be a disease induced kidney failure as well. For instance, the major two diseases are diabetes and hypertension. Treatment will include, obviously, to lower the blood pressure, to maintain its blood glucose level, and to preserve the kidney function, prevent the smoking and unhealthy lifestyle, or try to accommodate your or try to correct your lifestyle or blood pressure and blood sugar level through diet and exercise. However, there are certain drugs that are antivirals, anticonvulsives, antibiotics, majorly macrolides, NSAIDs, COX-2 inhibitors, and metformin. These drugs that are renally excreted, and upon renal failure, they must be either their dose must be either adjusted or they must be replaced by other disease drug. Moving on to my case study. The case study here is written or given as the patient is a 41-year-old male who has long-standing history of hypertension and diabetes and presents with a complaint of pruritus, lethargy, lower extremity edema, nausea, and emesis. He denies any other medical illnesses. On physical examination, the patient is well developed, well nourished male in moderate distress. Blood pressure, certain vitals are given BP 180 to 180 by 110, pulse 80, respiration 24, and he was afferable. Body weight is 76.5 kg. Blood tests are given for complete analysis. That is, actually, I have been provided with a urinalysis. The urinalysis indicate, as you guys can see on this, my cursor is not pointing. Okay, uh, you guys can see the bun level or BUN and creatinine level that are both extremely high with respect to their normal ranges. The normal range of BUN is 7 to 22 mg per dl. However, the patient BUN level is indicating as 170. Creatinine level must lie in between zero point 0.7 to 1.5. However, his creatinine level is 16, which is very high with respect to the normal ranges. Soap notes. Moving on to soap notes, the subject, the chief complaint my patient is giving is pruritus, lethargy, lower extremity edema, that is actually the retention of fluid in his body because of kidney is unable to excrete it out. Lethargy is the fatigue. Pruritus is one of the major symptoms or the causes of, actually the symptoms of, sorry, one of the major causes of renal failure. Uh, he has a history of hypertension and diabetes. Objectives, as mentioned, gender is male, age 41, weigh 76.5 kg. His vitals are blood pressure 180 by 110, pulse 80, respiration 24. The method to calculate or evaluate the creatinine clearance is 140 minus age in year divided by 72 into serum creatinine measured in mg per deciliter multiplied by weight in kg. The calculated or estimated GFR with respect to my patient is 140 minus everything is written is 6.6. As mentioned earlier, the GFR level below 15 ml per minute is referred to as CKD stage 5 patient, and they must be put on, must be given dialysis. Acha ji, assessment. My assessment is a pruritus and edema, which are both major indications of renal complication. Chronic kidney failure because of elevated creatinine and BUN level, as well as GFR level that is below 15. My plan and suggestion would be to get the renal ultrasound to determine the size of the kidney, because when the kidneys are unable to function properly, they tend to increase in their size, and to accommodate or to facilitate the overall functioning or the normal functioning. However, if it is not done, the GFR level simultaneously and continuously drops down. Immunosuppressant, for instance, prednisolone, must be prescribed to the patient of the dose must be zero point 0.8 mg per kg for more than 8 weeks. The patient must be put on hemodialysis because he is clearly indicating or giving us the symptoms as uremia, which include the nausea and pruritus and lethargy, as well as he is also giving us an indications of edema. The leading cause of end-stage renal disease in this case is diabetes. Diabetes is one of the major lead and the leading cause of renal failure, um which tend to get the GFR level as below as 15, and the patient is compelled to get hemodialysis or the peritoneal dialysis. The most likely cause in this case is diabetes because of the bland urinary sediment, nephrotic range proteinuria, long history of diabetes, as mentioned earlier, because of the diabetes. The patient also has GFR 6.6 ml per minute, which indicates stage 5 renal failure and must be on dialysis. However, the patient must keep his hypertension and diabetes drug as prescribed by the patient. Owing to the effect on GFR, I am actually adding few points here. The patient must inhibit or prevent the use of, or the physician must actually determine initially the severity and the condition of patient kidney, and then prescribe or prevent the use of COX-2 inhibitors and NSAIDs, as well as metformin, because metformin, it must be avoided if the creatinine determination does not meet the if it does not meet the level or the criteria of uh, the diabetic medicine metformin usage, because other drugs can also be replaced, or their dose must be adjusted. So it is better to not take any risk and calculate their dose extremely. Calculation of dose is extremely very very important, and the dose must be cautiously checked, and um, or even the drug can be replaced with other drug that have similar similar action. And the patient also can reduce its blood pressure, owing to the fact that blood pressure and the diabetes can both be controlled by uh, by, by by working on its lifestyle, by working on its healthy diet, by exercising, by living a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle. These both can be controlled. So this is all from me on the topic hemodialysis. Thank you so much for your time. Jazakallah.